Oh my God. I can see it. I can see it in the reflection of the food belly. I can see it in the reflection. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. I can't even suck it in right now. It might take me like a half hour to feel normal.
Taco me, everybody. Give me lots of taco and burrito. That's what I want. This channel sucks. This channel sucks. Nobody is subscribed to this channel, so it sucks. Hate this channel. It sucks. Stream raping my computer. Go to rape, rake.
A 40-year-old version countdown, sponsored by weather.gov, the only weather website you should ever go to. Seriously, never go to weather.com or local weather. They're pretty much all shit, and they all give you a bunch of false, poorly constructed information. Anyway, greetings, fam. It's 10 September. 3 days away from my birthday. This week is a pretty eventful week for the 40-year-old virgin countdown. I'll tell you the future schedule.
Get off my lawn. Wait, no. If you want to see Holy Moly. This is Holy Moly. That was just.
We've seen more of our favorites pass away. While this is a sad affair in itself, it's somehow even more so with the child actor that we watched grow. Here are 10 child stars. Then is a someone's life to the terrifying life for the acting lifestyle in the year due to pulmonary installed and had a book teaching
That was fun.
age of 21. A music videos from the late 90s.
Yeah, I go around with that mask.
In
Yeah.
August 1997,
Just in case I want to make a video with it.
of cancer and subsequently underwent surgery to remove a tumor.
I should.
abdomen.
I should.
The following October, one
That
of the
would be
cancerous growths ruptured and she
No, I should wear that when I go do laundry.
However,
When I go
cancer
do
is
anything.
still aggressive.
No, yeah, when I go do laundry, especially. Where I'll my sweatiest clothes.
As the child of two stage actors, Matthew
I
Gardner
wash all my sweatiest with the clothes.
when he was 7 years old.
And just talk about how good it's gonna feel on me later. Oh my God, it's gonna feel so good.
Oh shit, someone's here. They tacoed me.
It's gonna feel so
I
good.
forgot I was live. I watched some video about Steve Urkel.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'd rather see Tadas, but
Where is he now? Steve Urkel. Jaleel White.
Hell yeah. Ready to rob a bank. Don't rob a bank.
Oh yeah, I was watching your stream too. Looks
Don't
like
have a bank.
shit died or whatever.
Oh, you talking about me robbing a bank? Oh my god, I'm like, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, I turned it up for your
No,
dick
I'm not.
mask part.
Oh, no, I could rob a bank. It would be like a new dictator rob a bank. Somebody would dictate.
More dick.
Who can forget the 90s most cringe-worthy catchphrase? That nasally, false innocent should have been enough to
Backwards.
drive anyone mad, but instead it pushed Jaleel White to fame. Jaleel, who, you ask, best known as Family Matters.
Oh, like the face in the back of your head.
Jaleel skyrocketed to fame as the once first matron, but is that where his career started? And whatever happened to him anyway? Let's find out in this installment of Where Are They Now? Before White stole the show on Family Matters, his youthful acting prowess was used in a variety of TV movies and series. The longest running of his earlier exploits included a spot as Robert Richmond on Charlie and Company, which he signed on for after having been dropped from The Cosby Show, allegedly because Bill decided to change his character into a girl, which was his real-life marriage. By 1989, White was ready for the big leagues and joined Family Matters in the 12th episode of the first season. For over 200 episodes, White kept up his portrayal of the bothersome Urkel.
Man, this channel sucks. Nobody watches me. Try being an ugly male. Nobody cares about you. I need to make a video. I need to make a fucking video. I haven't made any videos for like forever. Just been fucking doing the lazy stream. The old lazy stream.
That's not my real last name. Nope. No, you're right. It's like your right leg with your other leg. Your right leg with your other leg, right? On the left leg, like your blood is moving out on you sit there. Or, not really something. Keep on this. Like I couldn't breathe for a minute.
Please, babies. Please, let me get my bong. Oh yeah, spice for the bone. Oh man, that sucks, Mahatma. It is getting late, so that's what happens. That's what happens. Satan. I got you. You're feeling dick. I was feeling a little bit dick in my throat too, but then it cleared up. And then you should brush your teeth and screw some alk and salt. You got some dick in your throat.
Looking into the swamp.
Got some dick. Back to work. Back to twerk. I thought your stream said back twerk. I thought you were going to be back twerking. I was like, ah, shit. Back twerk. About to do that Becky back twerk. Woo! That's pretty good. All right, so what we got on the agenda for this lame ass stream? I think we got a Packy, and we got a watch some fucking Roosh. Watched this gay ass stream earlier. I didn't watch because I was sleeping. See what faggot Roosh is talking about.
Welcome to Roosh Hour number 22.
Two shower number
Let's
22.
see if this works, guys. I spent all day trying to figure out which OBS, and I think it's working.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it looks
I
good.
see that. Fuck. Oh, I thought that was going on in
chat.
like
Yes.
around the gazebo or some
Hours of
shit. It
work
sounded
is
like it was
paid
a party.
Can't my feet.
It's working.
Dealing with the sun.
Praise the Lord.
Oh,
yeah.
There's the old man weather. Just give
All
out
right,
fucking
let me just
weird
make
weather,
sure.
like weird sunshine, advice like that.
How can I see how many people are watching? It says 0 viewers in my OBS. That's impossible. I see chatters. Oh, I guess that doesn't work. Okay. I don't think it's important to see how many people are watching. Oh, okay. It says 79 views.
Roosh is a Juice. Because we talked to
Just
Alex
put a final
Junes,
tweet out so people can join us.
and yeah, they're all asleep.
And, all right, let's get started, guys. So what happened this week?
He wants you to think he's getting persecuted like Jones.
This week, guys.
He was on
was
Jones'
that-
show. Roosh
So
was
as you know, I released my new game.
exposing
last
the
Friday.
Illuminati stream right here.
It was doing amazing. A lot of buyers. People love this book. Not offensive. Almost no sexual content, hardly anyway, compared to my passport. And then 3 days later, Amazon shut it down. They shut it down and they won't tell me why.
Because, dude,
Now, Amazon got a lot of heat.
he's pushing
A lot
the
of
part of the
people
division.
Jeff Bezos.
And he's fucking Roosh the douche. He's just lying to fucking incels and shit.
It's a free snack, bro. Don't book a gift.
Oh, this guy is
Snack in the
live.
mouth. So, you may want specific things,
AMA.
but, unlimited diet Cokes and unlimited diet Mountain Dews, it's free. It's not what you wanted, but it's free, right? I mean, that's a perk of
Absolutely essential.
working in one of these
I mean,
tech
Trump doesn't do that.
is unlimited free shit you didn't
Oh,
want.
so
You
then
didn't
can he
ask
do
for.
it?
Some of these places, they even have, free. They bring, because they don't want you diverting attention and time and effort away from your job. Basically, they never want you to leave work, which is a nice feeling. You kind of want to feel like you're being held against your will. They don't really care for you associating outside of work. That's why they have all of these activities with you and your coworkers. Sort of like a cult in that respect. They try to minimize your interaction with people outside of the company, and your coworkers or your friends and your family, and you never see anybody else. And you do team building exercises together. You eat together. You go to the break room and you play ping pong together. I hope you like your coworkers, because you will never get away from them. You will never get away from them. So I hope you like, Sandeep. I hope you like, Chong and Chang. I hope you like those guys, because they are going to be riding up your crack all the time. But I mean, sometimes they bring in, like I said, so you don't have to go out and get, things like a haircut. Now, truth be told, you're not going to have a personal life, so you don't really need to cut your hair. I mean, but it's nice that they offer. It's nice that they bring the barber to you, sort of like what they do in nursing homes for the elderly people. The elderly people, it's more cost efficient for them to bring the hairstylist to the nursing home one day every month than to take the individual residents to the barber shop. And it's all about that bottom line, people. So that's nice. Sometimes they also bring in a masseuse because that's the only human interaction you're ever going to have. So I hope you like a stranger touching your body, because that's the only human touch you're ever going to experience working instead. They bring the barber to you in prison too, so work, prison, nursing home. It's good that it's called it's called empathy. Walk a mile in that prisoner's shoes. Walk a mile in that dementia patient's shoes. It's good. You can see the world through prison bars as you work at your STEM job. But, you're not just doing it for the money. You're not just doing it for the perks. You're doing it to make the world a better place. Okay. If you major in STEM, you're going to be doing some pretty awesome things. Okay. It's going to be like in the movie Aliens, where they terraform other planets. And what was it called? Building New Worlds. What was the name of that company? Aliens. Let me look it up for you. The corporation. It was called Wayland Yutani Corporation. It's a fictional sci-fi movie, but in the movie Alien, with Sigourney Weaver, Wayland Yutani Corporation, building better worlds, and that was their slogan, building better worlds, and they would transform inhabitable, inhospitable planets into some place where humans could live. That was their job. And you're not going to be doing anything that cool, unfortunately. You're going to be more like adding a drop-down menu to the login screen so that it's no longer, when it's gender, it'll say it's your job and the team underneath you to change sex, to gender, and instead of 2 boxes, male, female, now you have to expand upon the options. Okay, so that's going to be your job. Okay, that's what you majored in STEM for 10 years, to expand the gender selection menu to include things like two-spirit, non-conforming, androgyne, femme, trans, male to female, etc. Okay, it's to be inclusive. Okay, so you're not really like doing cool shit like expanding into the cosmos or something, but or exploring the depths of the ocean and trying to find the biggest squid, bring it to the surface. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. We've got more important uses for that big old white noggin of yours. Okay, big old white noggin of yours. And there are a lot of cripples. There are a lot of retards. There are a lot of autistic, aspie people. It's not your place to question why there's this sudden uptick in retards and autistic people. That's not your place, okay? It's your role to come up with therapeutic devices for them, for bionic devices, that facilitate them getting along in their everyday lives, to help make them part of their community, okay? To help them feel respected and feel engaged, okay? That's your job, okay? There's so many people, with different impairments or especially able, and you with your big white noggin filled with all of that technical expertise, it's your job to help them, okay? You gotta help pick each other up, okay? I find myself working in STEM, and I'm humming that, what was it, that Bill Withers song? No, what was it? Lean on Me. Was that Dobie Gray? Lean on Me. And that's the right attitude, okay? And if you're, that's the right what is it?
Achiel.
Humanitarian. That's the right way to view things. Even if you have to work on weapons systems, for Raytheon or Boeing or Northrop. These companies have been merged so many times. I don't even know how many there are, but you get to protect freedoms. Okay, you get to protect freedoms for Americans and for anybody who can slither or hop across the border. Okay, because they're not illegals, brah. They're not illegal aliens. They're
human.
They're Americans in waiting. Okay, they're Americans in waiting, brah. So every time you help design a bomb or a missile to help protect America, you're really helping to protect Americans in waiting too. Okay, Maria and Jose are just Mary and Joseph, Mary and John. Okay, they're as American as apple pie. Okay, so every time you help design like a laser guidance system with that big old white noggin of yours, you're really just helping to protect freedoms. Okay, and I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying my freedoms here in America, and I don't take any of those wonderful freedoms for granted. I get to marry another man. I get to watch unlimited amounts of pornography that rewire my brain so that I can never have a healthy relationship with another person. I mean, that's awesome. That's so cool. These are freedoms that they don't have in other countries. Okay, like the Great Firewall of China, where they ban certain content, certain sites. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. It's so much better to have access to the most depraved pornography of it, imaginable. It helps to rewire your brain. Just so many of the freedoms that we have here in America. Yeah, it's truly, you don't know how bad it is. I mean, can you imagine living in a country like North Korea where everybody looks the same? I would vomit if I saw nothing but white people. Oh, white people? Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't want to see white people. I want to see people who don't look like me everywhere. I want to see people prattling in their alien tongues with their big purple Pomeranian dog tongues out of their mouths as they try to enunciate their Durka languages.
I punked a Durka on my walk.
Yeah, I want to see.
Rage walked on. What's up, nigga?
Everybody speaks the same language. Everybody
I walked in front of him from behind him.
Oh, can you imagine?
And I just kept turning around and looking at him. I was like,
I love going to the Mall of America, seeing nothing.
He turned around and went the other way. Fucking poo.
It's so colorful too. White people are
I like
so
a nice
drab.
peaceful walk
I
by
love seeing
myself.
colorful burkas.
I don't like poos
You
walking
know,
in
that's
front
what
of
it
me.
means to be American. You know,
He fucking on it. He went in front of him on his cell phone. Fucking, I can smell his shit.
yeah, it just be. We have so many freedoms in this country that that's what you're doing. Okay, so say you have a lot of options. Okay, the world truly is your oyster when you major in STEM. You can either do something like I said, you can work at a tech company, helping to make tech more inclusive, things like that. Or, if you go the other route and you're working on weapon systems for, a government contractor for DARPA or something like that, you get that sense of satisfaction knowing you're helping to protect freedoms. You're helping to protect freedoms because remember what George Bush said, they hate us because of our freedoms. You know why 9/11 happened? Do you know why?
Oh,
It was
racist
because
white,
those Muslims,
racist
they were
white man.
angry that we could marry another man. Okay, that's why they were so angry. That's why ISIS is so angry. Okay, because they're jealous people. They're jealous because we have gay marriage and they don't. Okay, that's why they hate us. They hate us because we have access to lots and lots of pornography. Okay, they're jealous. They want gay porno. Okay, they want gay porno. They want gay marriage. Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, it's STEM is such a rewarding thing to major in. It truly is. You get to squander your teenage years, studying it all, while other people are taking, remedial algebra. You're taking, AP calculus, and for that, that person who ends up as a clinical psychiatrist, they make $54,000 a year in a low cost of living area, and you make $108,000 in San Diego. So yeah, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's such a wise decision to major in STEM. It makes it makes sense to expend more effort and spend more time and more energy to make a little bit more. It makes so much, it's just, you'd be foolish not to. You'd be foolish not to. And, just like those perks, like I said, free stacks, maybe it's not what you want. Maybe the person with the cart comes down and you don't have an office if you major in STEM. You don't have an office, but you work at a big, long table.
What?
And maybe the person comes down with a snack cart and they slap you in the face with a fucking fruit roll up like you're punishing a bad dog. You're whacking it in the nose with a newspaper, with a rolled up newspaper. They smack you in your fucking face with a fucking fruit roll up. Okay, maybe you don't want a fruit roll up.
In your case, it would have been
Shit,
good.
fuckface. Okay, we don't have any
I'm just
Dunkaroos.
kidding.
Okay, you got your choice, asshole. You can take the shitty granola bar, and not the good kind either. Okay, we don't have
I spent
fucking
money.
varieties of. We don't have a fucking pantry back
Ooh,
there.
man.
Okay, what do you think this is?
I went to community college for
Choose your
6
scale
years.
fruit roll up or some crunchy
And I didn't learn
granola
shit.
bar that'll break your teeth. Yeah, it's not just the money. Okay, the money's good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm living like a hip hop nigga right now, and I thank STEM for that. Yeah. You think professional athletes get paid well? They got nothing on
I
what
didn't
STEM
get-
majors.
My parents
Okay.
helped me pay that.
All them nigger hip hop artists, they
Because I couldn't
envy
qualify for
your scientists. Yeah,
fucking
you
whatever.
didn't know that, did you? Yeah. You think those hip hop artists are laughing because those dumb cracker honkies wasted their lives for 15 years studying to make twice what a McDonald's manager
Fucking
makes?
Jew college. Classic Jew
Where do you
move.
see yourself in 10 years? What kind of question is that? I don't see myself in 10 years. Oh yeah, what about all the respect you get for being able to do that difficult stuff? Exactly. Good comment.
What is
As
it
a
at?
STEM,
I think it's
as a
at like
professional of
50 or
STEM,
something.
you are going to be
So we should just
recipient
do another
of
one.
lots of respect.
Get it
You
to
can
100,
tell that this society
so you can
values
get
STEM
it.
majors by the fact that there are all the people in Congress, I don't think a single one of them majored in STEM. You can tell that this society really values engineers. Since, aside from Jimmy Carter, I don't think any elected official has had a background in STEM. What are the most typical majors for senators
I think I
and
need to run
representatives?
the
It's
stream off my
law,
GPU instead of PCU,
law,
like college did. How the fuck do you even do that, though?
what is it? They major in law,
Uh,
political science, history,
'cause I can tell it's
I don't
probably
know,
cooling
it's
down the shit out of my PCU
yeah,
whenever I stream.
political science. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, those are by far the most common majors.
It's
I think
frying
law
my
is
mother
by
chip.
far and away the most common
It's gonna fry
major,
it.
and then occupation. It's law or political science. You can tell the society really, really values its engineers by the fact that there are no engineers in Congress. Now, this is in contrast to countries like China or Korea, where what is the? It's not the parliament in China. It's the, what is it called? It's not the, what is it called? The big caucus party, whatever. I think there it's actually the opposite. The most common background for people in the Politburo, I don't know, whatever, Politburo, the officials, the party officials in China is STEM. It's engineering. I mean, I think we could let's look up the current president. What did he do? Now, I could be wrong. Let's see what he majored. Well, he graduated from Tsinghua, so there's a good chance he majored in STEM. Let's see. Tsinghua is like the MIT of China. Let's see. President of China, Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
Studied chemical engineering at Beijing's prestigious Tsinghua University.
No, very good for
as
you,
a
hot
worker,
man.
peasant, soldier, student. All right.
Hot coffee and cigarettes for health.
So chemical engineering. Okay, chemical engineering.
I had
But
weed and
yeah, you can tell the society really
yogurt with
respects people in
oatmeal.
STEM by the fact
dry
that
oatmeal on top of it.
none
not
of
that
them are
hungry,
ever
but I was
elected to public
hungry.
office, and I mean, when the elected officials need to know something, they may bust some
water.
nerds in to act as advisors, and
Water.
throw them a muffin or something to shut their fucking mouth, and then they bust them back to wherever they fucking work. But they,
Ping
when they
pong.
need them,
Ping
they're
ring
there. And that's the
dong.
important thing is, as
Ping
a
jing
STEM,
bong.
as a STEM professional, your opinion counts. And when your elected officials, because democracy number one, ask your opinion, they'll remove the gag and they'll slap you, say whatever. Global warming is a threat, and then they'll put the gag back in, put you back on the bus, and ship you the fuck out. But it's important that you're there, to answer questions that are elected representatives. Okay? Democracy is awesome. Democracy is so wonderful. When they have a question, relating to, something technical, things like that, things of that nature. So, and there are other things you can do too. You could work for, a .com billionaire who's good at, bilking money from the government with his crackpot ideas. Elon Musk. It would be so amazing to work at SpaceX. First of all, you get the amazing salary as
I want to build hydroponic
space engineer,
growing technology for Mars.
Engineer. You get to make $80,000 a year.
Build
in
Mars
Los Angeles.
Technology.
I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, that's going to buy you like a mansion, right? I mean, $80,000 a year in Los Angeles, right? That's good.
Come on.
That's good money.
Come on, Musk.
$80,000 a year in LA.
Let me be a white engineer with my big
where
noggin.
illegals are living 20 to a house.
Come on, man.
You got fucking 10
What's up?
10 cars parked up on the lawn. Yeah, you sleep 5 to a room. You guys have $80,000 a year.
No,
That's
I'll
big
go work
bucks,
it.
bro.
fucking
Big
home
fucks.
dirt pot and
Yeah, and
pay,
that's,
pay
see,
for the
SpaceX
illegals
is so awesome
and the
because,
retards.
you know, you get to do
Pay for the
what
retards.
white engineers did back in the 1950s and 60s.
Programs.
You know, so I understand you're kind of just going through the motions of doing this all again. I understand, you know, man walked on the moon 50 years ago. That's a long time ago. I understand that you're struggling to do what the Soviet Union, what the United States did in the 1950s. You know, putting things into orbit.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like reinventing the wheel. You know, but don't think of it like that. You know, you're pushing the envelope because somehow it's different when a private company with lots of government subsidies and government grants does it than when a government agency actually does it. It's a huge difference. It's like
Oh my
night and day.
God.
It's totally different.
Hope you
Totally different, people. They're not even the same. It's like when NASA, a government agency, does it, it's one thing. When a private company
Hope you
that
did.
uses NASA launch pads and infrastructure and government grants and subsidies does it, it's totally different. I mean, I don't even see how can you even compare the two? Okay, I'm not seeing the commonalities here. Okay, it's totally different.
What F?
Okay. Yeah, you can work on these harebrained schemes while the CEO just fucks around and smokes weed and plays with big lighters on television with his little fumbling on the trigger of the flamethrower with his tiny fetal alcohol syndrome hands. You know, maybe as a STEM professional, you can help make like finger extensions for Elon Musk. You know, for people who have small, you know, misshapen, shrunken hands because of fetal alcohol syndrome. You know, because if you ever look at his hands, they're so dainty and tiny. I don't even see how he could operate a keyboard. I don't see how his fingers could stretch across to hit, you know, the keys, the tab key, the Q key, etc. We've got to work on some finger extensions for people whose, you know, mothers drank severely during pregnancy. You know, and that's your job as a STEM professional, is to help remedy all of everybody else's fuck ups. Everybody else's fuck ups. Okay, whether their parents were too old when they had them, so the kids kind of fucked up. Whether their parents were on drugs, alcohol, you know, sopped in alcohol during pregnancy. That's your problem. Okay, that's your problem. You're a fixer. Okay, it's you're like you're what's the term? You're a grandiose plumber. Okay, you're a grandiose car mechanic. You're there to fix shit. Okay, and instead of fixing a car, you're fixing people who are broken. You know, and you know, sometimes you may be responsible for the cause as well as the solution of why people are fucked up. So maybe you start off in your career as a mechanical engineer or something, an optoelectronics engineer. You're working at a defense company, and you know, you hope there's a war. Okay, you hope there's a conflict with, you know, Syria, Iran, something like that, because that means business is going to be good. You'll get overtime, you'll get a bonus. So you're chomping at the bit, hoping that there's a conflict. So maybe some of those soldiers, U.S. soldiers who get maimed or whatever, are maimed in that conflict, and then they come back, they're all fucked up, and then maybe you transition. Maybe, you know, you start to have a pang of guilt or something, and then you start working at, I don't know, Veterans Hospital, the VA, Veterans Administration, and you start doing like bionic stuff. You start doing, you know, rehabilitation for wounded warriors, and maybe, you know, you're coming up with some exoskeleton, some cool exoskeleton, you know, to help these people who had their legs blown off by an IED. You help them walk. So isn't that cool? You're both the cause of their disability as well as their salvation. You know, that's like a pincer maneuver. Okay, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Women love STEM majors. Well, no, women want to be the STEM majors. Okay, they want males out so that they can get in. Okay, they don't love STEM majors. They want to be STEM majors. Okay, because they've been told it's so awesome. and it's so cool, and the money is so good, and it makes sense to uproot yourself. If you grew up somewhere and just move to where the jobs are, move to the West Coast. You don't have any family there, you don't have any friends there, but guess what? Your coworkers will be your new family. They'll be your new buds. Okay? Sandeep, Chang, they're just friends you haven't, strangers just a friends you haven't met yet.
Just give me
Just
that
like,
Becky.
Mexicans are just Americans across the border. Okay? So they just want some of those freedoms, okay, that we take for granted here. They just want to marry another man. Okay? Shit. All of these redneck hillbillies trying to keep that gay marriage for themselves, trying to deprive Pablo and Jose from getting married. Okay, that's why MS-13 are coming across the border so they can get gay married. Okay, what do you think? It's for the money and to run drugs and to rape people? No, it's so that they love each other. They want to express their tenderness to each other, and they can't do that back in their country. They're coming here for the freedoms, okay? For the gay marriage. Okay, so don't ever take the freedom you enjoy here in America for granted, okay? They don't have gay marriage in North Korea. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a world without gay marriage? Oh, that's horrible. I mean, can you imagine going to a shopping center or to the food market in North Korea and you look around and everybody looks the same as you do? That'd be horrible. Okay? I like going to the mall here in America and feeling like this is no longer my country. Like I'm a minority in my own country.
Yeah,
I hear all of these
me
wonderful
too.
alien Durka languages. I see all of these women covered head to toe in these brightly colored burqas, and it's so enriching. I feel so
I
enriched.
feel so enriched.
And that's as a STEM professional,
Jeez.
the world really is your oyster. You can do so much good. You can do so much good. Maybe as like a civil engineer, or something like that, you can be part of, the reconstruction project after a country gets bombed to smithereens. You can go help build bridges and roads. You can help destroy them, and then you can help rebuild them in Iraq and Afghanistan, because it's important that they have good infrastructure to move the poppies, move the heroin, to ship it to Europe and things like that. They've got to have good roads, people. You've got to have a good system of roads in place in Afghanistan to move the heroin
We
from the
should bring
poppy.
that back.
Okay, how else are you
Bring
going to
back.
make European youths OD?
I'm
Okay.
bringing penis
think about it.
back.
They have to have good roads. Okay, good network of roads in Afghanistan to help get that heroin, into the bloodstream. Okay, and you can be part of that. You can be a part of that.
I bet. I can see it now.
Or maybe you help, design some medical device that helps to.
I want to be.
We always hear these stories, right? Some case of two. It'll be some goodwill, heartwarming story about two sand niggers who were born and had their heads joined. They're joined at the head because of, I guess, the depleted uranium rounds that America keeps pumping abroad. So they fly the two-headed wonder in by, helicopter or something, and maybe you can help design a medical device that will be used by Dr. Ari Fleischman, the renowned surgeon, during the 40-hour operation to separate the conjoined wonders. Okay, that's that's what America does. Cause the problem, offer the solutions, and
problem
kids,
reaction
twins were joined
solution.
at the noggin. Well, fly them to America, and we got this instrument. It's some gadget, some gewgaw that'll be used by the renowned surgeon, Ari Fleischman. And, he'll separate those two sand niggers noggins. But yeah, there's just, STEM is such a good career choice. Such a good career choice. You know, if you like long hours and putting in hundreds of times the effort, studying, working, debugging stuff, as somebody who whatever they work it as a stock boy, as a bag boy, as a manager at a food store, as a manager at the dollar store, as a clinical psychiatrist, as a whatever. Okay. You put in hundreds of times more energy, time, etc. for two times the money. Okay. Only a STEM person can do that calculation. Okay, makes sense. Is the chat working here? Chat seems to be frozen. What's the problem? Is Cat got your tongue? Are you all filling out your applications to major in STEM? I hope so. I hope so. STEM is very rewarding. Okay. Yeah, those perks too. Okay. Now those perks are only offered at some select choice organizations, some choice corporations. Okay. Apple, Palantir, Google. Okay. Palantir, I know they're quite generous with the perks. They're quite generous with the perks.
Thank you.
Snacks. Okay. You may not like
what Zionism was.
Foreign foods. But you know what? You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. You say you grew up on pork chops. Well, fuck that. You're gonna eat some kebabs. Okay. You're gonna eat some halal food,
for
okay. So fuck your cuisine. Fuck your palate.
Could have been
okay. You're gonna have catered lunches, and you don't get to order what you want. You get to eat what they bring. So I hope you like lamb. I hope you like it.
You look like
seasoned with
kind of Greek or
some
something.
halal spices.
German.
Like I said, the snacks. They got a lot of
because you're tanned.
choices. It may not be what you want. Like I said, you may want Red Bull or Red Line or something like that, or a certain soda. Well, tough shit. No, you can't have a mini fridge underneath your desk, you asshole. Okay. No non-standard equipment, fuckface. Okay. What do you think? You could just bring in your own computer mouse, your own keyboard. Okay. Yeah. How do we know you're not siphoning information from the company? Huh? So you know what? You get to use your default standard keyboard and all your default peripherals. If you don't like it, suck a dick. Okay. So no office either. No office. We don't like walls in our organization. We don't like putting up walls. We don't like that. We like everybody sitting at a big long table. Okay, big long table. You can play footsie with the person opposite you. It's not going to be a woman. It's going to be another man. Hope you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play footsie with Sandeep. Okay, he doesn't like to wear shoes. He's more of a sandal type guy. Okay, it's their culture, bro. Okay, you don't like smelling feet in the summertime? Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, it's their culture to go. It's their culture to go shoeless. Okay, you're the weird one for wearing shoes. Okay, no, other people, Asians, they wear sandals year round. Okay, so I hope you like the smell of feet. Okay. Yeah, it's quite, they got refreshments back there, they got a Keurig, or a flavor machine. It's, not to your liking, well, tough shit, okay? You got your choice of, hazelnut or Irish cream or, Colombian roast or French roast, French vanilla. There you go. You got 4 choices. Pick one. So many options, though. Like I said, free haircuts if you want. Now, it's probably not going to be much of a use for most of you because, could be the stress, could be the poor diet, could be whatever. Any number of factors. But, by the time you're in your 30s, you probably will be bald. Just judging at, who works at these tech companies. I don't think the bill for the hairstylist is too much because most of the men are completely bald. So, you know, my advice is to make use of that goodie as quickly as you can, because you'll probably be bald soon. You'll be bald soon, and you won't be able to make use of that any longer. Also, take full advantage of when they offer like a masseuse. You know, because that stress will build up in your shoulders. You know, stress from the deadlines, from the shitty chair. It's not going to be like an ergonomic chair. It'll be like pushing into your spine. So, you know, that stress will tend to build up in your shoulders. So it's not going to be a woman either. It's because they want to avoid sexual harassment suits. It's going to be same-sex masseuses only. So I hope you're okay with that. I hope you're not a gay phobe. I hope you're not homophobic. It's just going to be a male masseuse for the male workers. You know, that way they avoid peasantries. Let's see here. You know, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's covered in the list of benefits, the goodie bag, so to speak, when you work at a
Where's that hurt? On your back, bro?
Wig.
Oh yeah, I got that for you, bro.
Might be only for medical reasons. You know,
It's on your back, bro.
I don't know. It might be covered, might not be. It's something you might want to ask about in the bargaining phase. That's something they may be willing to compromise on. Salary is pretty much non-negotiable, because if you know you don't take the job, they've got like 100 others waiting in the wings.
How's that, bro?
A wig, though, that's a minor concession. That's a minor concession. Yeah, the female masseuses are reserved for lesbians who tech, girls who code. If you saw that leaked video from Google, I guess that happened the day after the election, and you saw the people wearing the propeller caps and all the people who were hugging each other. One of the people who approached with a question and spoke at the microphone was, I believe it was a man. It was a male. It was a husky, obese, male to female transsexual with a tight-fitting shirt that read "Lesbians Who Tech," and this is a real organization. It's sort of like Girls Who Code, but it's specifically geared to female homosexuals, to lesbians, and the organization is called Females Who Tech. Yeah, Females Who Tech. Or sorry, Lesbians Who Tech. Lesbians Who Tech. You know, because they bring their orientation to bear on any of the solutions. How can you as like a straight person, how can you be an engineer for all of the population? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Like, when you're designing something, your gender and your orientation have to be part of that. Like, how do you expect a straight person and a gay person to use the same interface, to use the same terminal? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so in order to reach all parts of the population, it's incumbent upon these organizations to hire from all segments of the population. It's like, duh, how could a straight person program a device that a gay person could use? It's impossible. It's impossible. Only a gay person could design something that could be used intuitively by another gay person. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, I'm so tired of these people seeing everything through their heterosexual glasses. Okay, not the whole world isn't straight raw. Okay, just because you design something with your straight noggin, don't expect a gay person to know how to use it. Yeah, the gay perspective needs to be taken into account. Yeah, exactly. And the only way to do that is by having gay programmers and gay engineers. Okay?
And doing something that makes more. I don't know.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be biased. Okay? This keyboard that I'm looking at right now, it looks kind of suspect to me. Okay? This mouse that I'm using, I think it's kind of insensitive.
I'll find something.
I think it's kind of
I
insensitive.
just gotta find something I like or whatever.
You know, if you kind of look at it,
Not
you know,
like,
the
but
right
just
way,
could
it
put
kind of
up
looks
with,
like a
you
boob,
know?
and I don't like that. You know, everything is so phallocentric. So phallocentric. It's disgusting. But yeah, I can heartily endorse majoring in STEM. I think it's a wise decision, but you have to start early. Okay, you have to start early. There are no second chances. Only hip hop entertainers and professional athletes get a second chance. Okay, when they get caught doing something like with drugs or with a gun. If you fuck up, you know, in high school, you're done for. Okay, so you have to start taking those heady courses now. I understand that means sacrifice. I understand that means you won't be able to drink or smoke weed in high school. You're going to be a recluse in college. You're going to be in one of those study rooms, those little tiny study rooms that you can rent in the library for the afternoon. Sometimes, if you're an elite student and you have really good grades, they will give you a semester long pass to one of the cubicles, to one of the, and it's good that you train yourself to be in a cubicle. You know why? Because, like I said, this is the only time you're going to have an office, my friend. You'll have an office when, you know, it's a little office. It measures about, you know, 5 feet by 5 feet. But you know what? That's where you'll be studying, because once you're actually at one of these corporations, you're not going to have a door. You're not going to have walls. You're not going to have a cubicle. It's a big, long table. Okay, pretend you're like going to a banquet. It's like a banquet in Valhalla. Okay, instead of Viking gods joining you at the long banquet table, it's Sandeep from New Delhi. It's Ho from Korea. It's Chang from China. Okay, so instead of dining with your ancestors and dining with, you know, gods like Loki and Thor. No. You're dining with the rest of the world, you know, and it's much better. It's much better. It's much better that way. Yeah, you want to be at that big long table where everybody can see you. You have no privacy. Everybody's whooshing past you, walking past you, bumping into your chair. Uh, I hope you don't need to concentrate, because, you know, your peripheral vision is always going to be engaged. People are always moving at the corners of your vision, at the corners of your eye. You know, Sandeep is moving, he's shimmying, he's vibrating, he's doing something, and he won't sit the fuck still. Got a problem with that? Pop an Adderall, fuckface.
Sandeep is shimmying. If you don't like it, pop an Adderall.
Ooh, I need that masseuse right about now. Got too much stress up in my shoulders. But is there anything more I think you need to know before signing up for a lifetime of reward with a STEM career? Let me think. Is there anything that
Where's it
I
hurt, bro?
missed?
I got you,
Did I
bro.
miss anything?
It hurts
I
right there,
covered
bro.
you know,
I got that for you, bro.
You know, like I said, be prepared to, you know, you better be looking for like a 4-car garage to house your fleet, because you're gonna have like a fleet of Bugattis. You're gonna have a lot of nice cars, my friend. You're not gonna be riding your bicycle to the bus stop and then putting the bicycle on the front like on a hook, and then riding the bus with all the homeless fucks to get off, and then pedal some more, and then go in all nice and sweaty to your tech job. No. You're going to be riding in style. You're not going to be riding a bus. Yeah, you know, you're going to have, you know, a lot of, you better be looking for some nice furniture, some big, heavy oak table, desk, nice leather chair, you know, some bookshelves to go in that nice corner office that you're not going to have. But you won, okay? You don't want to be like those fucking losers, okay? Those losers who just work in some non-STEM job, right? It's better that your mind is constantly engaged, okay? That it's constantly being engaged
Yeah,
with,
you don't have to
okay,
be
fuck,
homeless,
how do I
but
parse this data? How do I
you have to be
process
close
this data?
to it.
Oh, fuck, I got to figure this out here. It's good that you never have a moment's rest.
Okay.
It's good that your mind is constantly being engaged over minutia and tedious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the important thing. You don't want to be like these losers, okay? Can you imagine being a clinical psychiatrist, and you just sit there like
Dude.
in a comfortable chair, and you like
I hell want to get
doodling,
a
you're
gas-powered
scratching down some
bicycle.
notes about some person who's complaining about,
I already have an electric bike.
they're
Goes
going
pretty
through,
far.
they need a marriage counselor, right? Because everybody's so defective,
That's hella
and fucked
gay,
up.
but
The best way
it's
people
like the
know
cheapest
of
way
how
to
to
get around.
settle a family dispute
Fuck
is
that.
by washing all of their dirty laundry in the public with a stranger. It's like, we need a marriage counselor. We can't work through things on our own. I know, I have the solution. Let's go get a total stranger involved in our shit. That makes sense. Right? My kid's got problems at school. He's addicted to something. Hey, I know I can't deal with it myself. Let's go get a total stranger, and we'll talk to this total stranger, and maybe this total stranger will know what to do. That makes sense. Yeah. But you don't want to be like one of those people who has an easy job, where you could do it drunk or, with a hangover. You don't want that. You want a job that requires you to give
The
your
thing
all.
about the electric is doesn't last as long as the
Your
gas.
teacher, like Aaron Clary says,
It's
teachers are stupid. Okay, who wants 4 or 5
pretty
months off a
powerful. I
year?
don't know if it's
I
the
know I
same,
don't.
but
I am totally happy
it
working
takes
in a
forever to
STEM job
charge.
where I have a week off every year. A
But
week
you could
vacation
charge
is
it
all
off
I
the
need.
solar
Because I don't
panel,
have a
which would be
personal
cool.
life. I don't have a social life. I don't have any time for that. Why would I need more vacation time to be alone and miserable? It's good that I only have a week off every year. Why would you want to be like a teacher? I mean, you get 3 months off, 3.5 months off in the summer. You get 2.5, 3 weeks at Christmas or winter holiday. You get 2-3 weeks off at springtime. Yeah, like why that doesn't appeal to me at all. Why would you want to start
Yeah, I
work
wanna
at
be a
9 a.m.
teacher.
and roll out at 3:30 p.m.? That would suck. It's much better to have to wake up at 5 a.m. for the morning commute. You get home at 8 p.m. That's better. Yeah, why would you want to, you work 180 days a year, which is what teachers do? Why would you want that? It's better to work more,
Nice.
You don't want to have months and months off. What the fuck are you going to do with yourself? You would have to get
I
a
wanna be a
personal life,
teacher.
maybe a significant other, maybe, enjoy your life, have hobbies. You don't want to have to do that, folks, okay? You do not
Be
want to
a
have to
history
develop
teacher.
hobbies. You do not want to have to develop friendships, social relationships. It's much better to have only your job. It's much healthier, trust me.
It's the smartest. It's
But
hella
yeah, why would you
smart,
want to be a
dude.
teacher? I mean, it's safe. The worst thing that can happen is you get a paper cut turning a book, pages of a book too quickly. Why would you want to do that? It's better to be a daredevil, be an underwater welder. That way when, shit goes tits up and your underwater submersible gets crushed like a tin can. It'll be worth that big salary, it'll be worth it. Be an underwater welder. You get eaten by a fucking plesiosaur. Yeah, you thought they were extinct, right? Oh, well, yeah, think again. Yeah, why would you want an easy job? Just you show up, you talk about history, talk about how the good guys won World War II. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where it's the last day of school before summer. The bell rings, and some teacher's like, teaching about, I think it was the World War II or the Civil War, and all the kids get up to leave at the bell, and he goes, "Wait, don't you want to know how it ended?" And they all freeze, and the teacher goes, "We won!" And then the children cheer and celebrate. So, be easy. Just, history. You just teach history. It's you know the drill, folks. You know the drill. It's 6 weeks of slavery, followed by a couple weeks of the civil rights movement. Then then a month or two about the Holocaust, and there you go. You just you get it in different levels, different different amounts at different grades. You can't overwhelm the kids in elementary school with much Holocaust information or too much slavery. You give it to them in small doses, and then you just kind of expand upon it in each successive grade. Maybe everybody knows about Rosa Parks, the woman who took a stand by taking a seat, but how many people know about Rufus Jackson?
Rufus
The
Jackson.
black man who took a stand by taking a shit. Okay, everybody knows about Rosa Parks. How she refused to move her lazy black ass on the bus, and for that she is a civil rights icon. But how many people? This is your job as a teacher, is to bring little known factoids to the attention of your pupils. How about telling them the inspirational story of Rufus Jackson, the black man who in 1953 he ate some food, some Cajun food that didn't agree with his stomach, and he was frantically searching for a public bathroom to use, only to find that the colored's bathroom was out of order. It was closed down for repairs, and so, about to shit his pants, Rufus Jackson did what no other black man has ever done up until that time, which was to boldly go. He boldly went where no other black man had ever gone before, and he entered the white-only male bathroom. I think it was at a library. It was at a library or at a store, and he took a shit in the whites-only male bathroom. And as he was inside the stall, everybody was gathering outside. They were pounding on the door. They were pounding on the stall walls, telling him to get his black ass out of there. And he had explosive diarrhea inside that toilet, inside the white male bathroom. And he's kind of been lost to history. He took a stand by taking a shit. Rosa Parks just took a stand by taking a seat. And Rufus Jackson has been lost to history.
Oh,
Rufus Jackson has been lost to history. And you could be like an activist teacher. You could like try to raise funds for like a statue commemorating Rufus Jackson, and it's like made out of granite as he's taking a shit. Rumors have it that he ate Wendy's that day. It could be Wendy's did. Wendy's was in operation starting in the early 1950s, I believe. So you could be very well. It could be true. It might very well be true. But these what did Neil Armstrong do? Fuck him, another cracker. Rufus Jackson really went where no black man had gone before. So it's your job as a teacher to bring these tales of inspiration, to your students. But why would you want to do that when you can work STEM? Okay, we're getting off the subject, which is why STEM is such a rewarding career choice. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense, people. I've talked about the perks. I've talked about the warm, fuzzy feeling you get, helping to design prosthetic devices for, children whose parents, drank too much during pregnancy, etc. Things like that. Gives you you're not going to reproduce yourself. You got to understand that. You're not going to have a child yourself. So, when you can help take care of somebody else's dysfunctional, defective children, it warms the cockles of your heart. Let's see here. Yeah, and see, the thing is, when people major in STEM and they kind of wed themselves to their career, their career makes up their identity, they're never going to be honest about what if they would have done things differently, if they regret things. They'll double down. As somebody says here in the comments, they'll double down and they will swear that it's a fulfilling thing to do. They wouldn't change a thing. They're totally happy. They won't admit that they fucked up, and they won't admit that if they could do things over, they would go back in time and tell their 15-year-old former self, hey, let me take you aside for a second and give you some advice. They won't do that. They'll just say, let me try to dupe others into being miserable like I am. Let me try to get even more people to fuck their lives up. Is there anything more? Yeah, is there anything more I wanted to say to plug STEM as a career choice? Is there anything more? Is there anything more that I think you should know about STEM?
Oh, well, guys. Shit. That's kind of boring.
Well, what's great, like I said, is
I don't know what else is on here to talk
as a
about.
person in STEM,
Whatever.
you really will never get the
STEM.
respect or whatever
STEM.
they think you deserve. For instance, everybody goes to who is their go-to guy for anything STEM related. It's Elon Musk, right? Did Elon Musk? What was his background? Did he? I don't think he majored in STEM. I think he dropped out, right? I don't think he completed any degree. But anyway, he's the go-to guy for, he knows everything. He knows everything about space. He knows everything about
in the party
how to design a spaceship. He knows everything. He knows how to design underground tunnels that are sealed with a vacuum.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
All I want.
Okay? They're not going to
I
come
want
to
that
you.
life with
Okay?
Chad.
You're a little ant, and you don't get to speak. Yeah, well, having a father who owns an emerald mine helps too. Well, somebody says right here, it appears to be a female. That can't be. Should I major in STEM? Of course you should. Yeah, the question, I don't even have to look at the rest of your question. Should I major in STEM? There is no or. Whatever comes after the or, just disregard it, okay? Should I major in STEM? Yes, obviously.
Yay.
Obviously you should. I don't even need to look at the rest of your question here. Or? There is no or. Should I major in STEM? Yes, obviously. It's amazing, okay? You make tons of money. It's just the compensation, all of the free time, all of the vacation time that you have. It's a very low stress job that really doesn't ask too much of you.
Just experience. Whoopsies, hit the button. But yeah, that's all I want. I want that life that Chad has. Just to experience pure ecstasy with lots of females.
Let's watch some grotesque.
Obviously, it didn't happen. It's never going to happen at my age.
I've had enough of that guy.
It's just over.
Let's watch some Chad Slayer. Grotesque.
I don't even see what the point of life is outside of
I gotta
that.
go eat dinner.
I mean, why am I supposed to want to do anything for a society where I don't have that?
This is the best video.
No
ever.
ecstasy, nothing. No joyful moments. And then niggas want to tell me life is more than that. Yeah, I can cope really well. I can enjoy life. I can enjoy what I'm doing, but there's no greater joy than sexually desired and expressing that with a human female. There's no greater joy than that. I mean, that's just that's the essence of human interaction, sex. That's what everyone lives for, sex. And I'm never gonna have it.
4-year-old virgin countdown. Day 7:36.
None niggers are gonna tell me like, oh, you're striving too high. You want girls out of your league. Like you guys, like I posted Dee's picture a lot of times. Like the woman's not attractive. I'm not asking for a lot here. Like the only rule I have is that a female can be obese, preferably not black. And those rules are set by my penis, not by my brain. Because I can't get hard to fat girls. I mean, like really fat girls. I can't. It just doesn't work. Like I'm automatically repulsed. Because unlike females who can fuck anything, males do have to be aroused still. And I mean, basically that's like any 2 out of 10 girl or better. I don't even care if they're ugly, if their face is just like a mangled wreck. I don't give a shit. It's actually better, probably, with how Juggernaut law works and such. Because I mean, like the way I am, like if I see like a 6 out of 10 female or better, like she's not even human to me. Like she almost just doesn't look like exists. And that's how I am, with the counselors, I've fallen for.
Yeah.
Because like there's the one, her name begins with C. I mean, she's probably like a 6, 7 out of 10. I have no interest in her. I don't even care. Because she's basically a different species than me. I know I have absolutely no chance in hell with anyone who looks like her. So she's just nothing to me. So, I mean, I'm exclusively just attracted to like those 3 to 5 out of 10 girls.
One person.
And of course, none of them want me. The only thing they want from me is to die. It's to suffer, to go rot in prison. Because I'm ugly and therefore I'm bad. I'm a rapist and a pedophile and a child molester. I fuck dogs and animals.
Okay.
Like the one squirrel I just walked by, they're probably thinking that I want to fuck that. Pure scum, that's all I am. Scum and garbage and shit. Unwanted garbage. Fuck for shit. Sucks. I didn't ask to be born ugly. Like I have a phone. I've never received a call in my life on it. I never received a text. Like people walk past me here. Most of them are on their phones. They see me on their phone and they know that I'm not talking to anyone. I'm certainly not talking to a female. They may not think that I'm just talking to myself. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm ugly enough to even think that. They should probably call the police on me. I'm surprised D and L haven't done that yet, actually. Because I know L watches all my videos. I'm surprised she hasn't called the police. Where's the guy who just talks on his phone to himself all day? You.
Yeah.
Well, please go deal with him. Here, I gotta go fuck Chad now.
It's like a grown up Eggman.
Sucks. I hate not being good enough ever.
Average.
The only thing I'm good for society is just go be a slave. Go be a slave and shut up and do that and give us money, and you sit in the corner alone and die. You ugly freak. Sucks.
I love his voice.
And if I could just experience one Friday night as a sexually, life isn't fair. Life is just pure suffering when you're an ugly male. I mean, that's just like, it's unquestionable. It's, you can debate it. Because even counselors and, therapists and care managers, they all want me dead. Y'all think I'm scum. They think I belong in prison to go get raped by big black angry males. That's what they want for me. They want me to hurt and just feel more pain and then die. Like these so-called most sympathetic and helpful people there are, they want me in prison, they want me to die. It's over. It can't be more over.
Yeah, maybe half of them.
Like the only future step I have is, to be a 40-year-old virgin, to be a 50-year-old virgin, and then to kill myself. And I'll just die and nobody will care. And like all the females I knew are still gonna be having sex and having the time of their lives and having so much value while I'm dead. My cousin Chad, he'll still probably, he'll be in a nursing home and he'll still be fucking women all the time.
Damn it, Mahama.
And I'll be dead.
Fucking all the incels.
And I'll be dead. I won't even be a forgotten memory. I'll just be, like dead. Someone might look at me, on some family tree report or something. And it's like, that guy didn't get married. That guy never had kids. Who cares about him? What a failure. And all of that just because a few millimeters of bone in my face. A few millimeters of bone. In my case, it's probably more than a few millimeters. I mean, look how deformed my skull is. Subhuman genetic waste. Never had a single chance of living, a purely hedonistic life. Raw, loving sex with females. No, not for me. Not for me. Loser, ugly failure.
It's just like every guy that nowadays. That's what every other guy sounds like.
Sucks, but that's the way it goes. That's all for today's video. I'm done. Later, fam.
Well, guess I'm gonna go. Now, 420. 420 tells us taco.
Yeah, I do believe women are more asexual than they've ever been. Yeah. We've got some new people here in the chat I don't recognize. I don't know if they're serious or just trolling. Again, I mean, I think you're making a fundamental mistake. Why do you think women are craving the dick more than ever? I mean, that's a weird statement. Everything points to the
It
opposite.
still says your name.
This is not the swinging 60s.
Change it. Oh, what did it say about women? Women are asexual. Oh, yeah.
Somebody says thinking of delivering pizza. I mean, you don't have to do that. I think the thing is more like you drive for Uber Eats, or you're a delivery person for, what is it called? Skip the Dishes. So you're not delivering for one establishment. You're delivering for the dozens and dozens of eateries that are listed on Grubhub, or like Grubhub or whatever. Those places don't have their own dedicated drivers anymore. It's not like a Domino's pizza delivery guy. You're a generic catch-all delivery guy, and you contract with whatever, Skip the Dishes or whatever, and you're delivering from a Thai place.
Yeah,
you're
you get your coffee
from a pizza place.
You get your.
I think that's the way it's
You
going.
are a lot.
You don't actually
bitch.
have
You
a
always
home.
have to have your coffee. No. Stacy. Breathe. I almost made a video about you with
just get rich. Just make fat
my
stacks,
mom's
bro.
old Halloween witch hat. When you were making
Just work 80 hours
dick
a week.
vids about me.
Do whatever you can to make money.
Like
Again,
black
it's what
hat
type of
with a big
lifestyle
old
you want.
point.
You want more free time and a low stress life and the ability to sleep as
You're
much as
lucky
you
I
want.
couldn't find it.
Or you want to be sleep deprived,
That would have been fucked.
prematurely age, and all of that for
You're hell lucky.
lots of money. Well, I mean, you have to weigh your options. You have to weigh what's important to you. If having no free time, sleeping 4 hours a night, is what you want, or you're okay with that in order to have money. And again, you gotta ask, why do I make this money? What am I going to do with this? There are people out there who, they want to have the toys. They want to have a brand new sports car. They want to have a luxury car. They want to have a yacht. But for other people, that doesn't do it for them. I mean, there's nothing that I can say I really want. There's nothing, materially speaking. So why would I exhaust myself to save for retirement? so that I can be an old sick man and pay for my medications myself? I mean, I don't see the point of that. That seems ridiculous. Well, as these people talk about, go on to seeking arrangement, or therefore legalized prostitution. You'll see this a lot. A lot of people who are incel, they recommend going the escort or legal. You know, we should push for the legalization of prostitution.
Yeah,
If you did that, that would only widen the gap between men and women, economically as well as socially.
Yeah.
Okay, all prostitution or legal prostitution would represent is a mass transfer of wealth from men to
All
women.
these bitches
So
want to
men
be
would
whores
become even
anyways.
poor, even more
You
destitute,
just push
and
more
women
regular
would
girls
become
to
even
do
wealthier.
it.
So that gap would increase.
Yeah, whatever. At
Okay,
least
because
I
it's not
get
going to be women paying
some
men
good
for sex.
tunage.
That happens only in fantasy. It would be men basically going
get my
broke,
ass back to
transferring
work.
wealth to
Yeah,
women.
goddamn
And
goon.
that's to say nothing of, that's really going to even fuck up the social dynamic even more between men and women. If you think it's hard to get a date now,
420 Hill.
imagine with legalized prostitution.
It's gonna make it worse. Shit.
No, again, my main premise is women choose men to be in relationships with who that they are not attracted to. They are deliberately choosing men they have no physical attraction to. They do this as a power play. They do this to maintain control and to maintain the upper hand in the relationship. If you're not actually attracted to who you're with, it kind of gives you the upper hand. Your emotions are not controlled by them. If they leave, you don't really give a shit. If you're with somebody you think is gorgeous, you think is very attractive, you're going to be kind of scared to lose them. So my main premise is that women, when they are in a relationship, they are deliberately choosing men that they are not physically attracted to. They do this to protect their emotions, so they don't get emotionally involved. It's a way of distancing themselves from the relationship. So that is my main premise, is that they are choosing males for a relationship that they are not actually attracted to. So that's why all of that talk about looks maxing is not going to help you. You know, that is my main premise.
I don't believe that. I don't buy that shit. It's one thing that this guy spouses that I don't fucking buy. I don't buy it.
No. Women do not need physical intimacy from men. If they need physical intimacy, they can get that from their family, their sisters, their female friends, their pets. Women are much more open with. I mean, they'll hug a fucking stranger. They'll hug some old disabled bum. It's not something men are doing. Getting physical intimacy from friends or things like that. They can get their physical intimacy from a sister. Okay, you'll see two sisters giving each other hugs. Not really. Brothers will not really do that. Brothers will not be as affectionate with each other as sisters are.
I don't think women are getting with the schlubby man. I think they're bottom of the barrel or more than ever. I'm like, I'm under the ashtray. You know, like women are
Why would women
trying their
suddenly
best
stop
not to even
craving
look
men?
at me.
Multitude of reasons. Social conditioning. Okay, getting them to resent men, getting them to hate men, see men as rapists, predators, exploiters, benefits that they're beneficiaries of privilege, they're beneficiaries of the old boys club, that they discriminate against women. It's always been that seed that they've been planting and allowing to germinate for the past couple decades. It's led to this resentment by women of men. But there are other reasons. Rampant usage of hormonal contraception. I mean, pretty much every woman under the age of 35 is on the pill, right? I mean, do they even sell tampons anymore? I haven't seen a commercial or an advertisement for fucking tampons in a long time. Rampant use of antidepressants. Let's see. A lot of reasons why they no longer crave.
Never know.
Crave. Man, that's such a weird word too. Crave.
No.
Yeah, women snuggle together with friends. Yes, I agree with that.
Snuggies.
Yeah, most Asian women prefer rich Asian men, or at least Asian men who have the potential to be rich. That's why you'll see them getting saddling up together in college when they're not yet earning money. Well, they have the potential to, and that potential is good enough for Asian women to stick by their men.
I guess probably yeah, girls are all snuggle all hot together. My God, we're all snuggle studying. And the guys just have to all beat off together. And then the girls just choose a couple of chads.
Getting caught up here.
Come over and
punch out.
have a jizz fest. That's exactly what happens. Yeah, that too. And then you invite Chad over. And that turns to a pillow and jizz fest. Yeah, I know all the fucking tricks. Yeah, for the Tyrone gangbang, exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Bill and Jerry are going live in 30 minutes, Teresa. Good old Bill and Jerry are best friends.
All right, just getting caught up here.
TFL Bill.
Then I'm going to punch out here.
Go watch that.
Yeah, we're getting caught up here.
Bill can't even spell Jerry nowadays. He spells it Jari.
Somebody's joking about, I don't know, somebody's saying
Bill
I'm
and
unemployed
Jari.
or somebody else is unemployed. But again, that type of message that you have to be on the treadmill nonstop for your entire life. Oh, you're not doing anything. You're not gainfully employed. You're taking a break. You got off of the treadmill for a bit. Well, that's going to look mighty suspicious on your resume.
Bill and
How are
Jerry.
you going to explain this big gap on your
William
resume? You
Greathouse.
took 6 months off. How dare you?
And
You
his
took 9
friend
months off.
Jerry.
You took a year off. What the fuck were you doing? What were you thinking? You can't ever take a break. Just push all the way.
No,
all
he's
the time.
still
You can't
on
take a break. Nobody's
channel.
your skills are out. Your skills have atrophied. Your skills
want
are
the
out of
link?
date after 9 months.
Here.
How dare you? You can't ever escape this rat race. You can't get off. You can't get off the treadmill for 6 months. No.
There you go. He still has a video
You have
up.
to work nonstop for 40 years. You can go to the
Video.
Indian gambling parlor and blow some money on the weekend. That's your vacation. That's your break from the humdrum. You get to go to the Indian gambling parlor and drop a few $1,000s, and then you can laugh about it come Monday morning over the water cooler. Yeah, those Indians, bro, they sure did take my money, but it's good because their ancestors, they had their land taken by the evil white man. So it's good. It's good that the Indians get to run legalized gambling parlors. It's good. You don't get to do that. You don't get to bet
No
a
thanks.
game of poker in your basement with your friends, what the fuck are you running here? Are you running some illegal
I
gambling
gotta watch you get
operation?
up front,
Right?
bro.
Or kick over
We're in a great house.
that table that you have. Only Indians get to profit from gambling. Not you. You have to work.
It's good shit. Good shit. Fire in the hole. Shit, I better get going. Chewing my fucking shit.
Anyway, I think we're caught up here.
Khaki. Hitty. Fire in the hole.
Yeah, I think we're about here. Anyway, that's the rant on STEM, and I'm out of here.
And I'm out. STEM. Dick's gonna rant. We all better be ready for Dick's rant. Fuck, I wanna find my witch hat. It's probably good I didn't find the witch hat. Yeah, I guess. Delicate snowflake. Hmm. All right, everybody. Thanks for everybody coming when I'm about to turn the stream off. 5 people here. And 6 people now. Things are picking up right as you turn the stream off. 90-Day Fiance. I don't know what that is. Well, toodaloo. Toodaloo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the chocolates and ice cream. Goodbye.